you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
Do the Harlem Shake. They got honey butter.
Okay, I pull up to the spot. This shit way too fucking lit. Members only in my gang. Westside Queens is the clique.
Alright, YouTube, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my time working at Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse! Hate that place. Yeah, so I've actually worked at Texas Roadhouse for like a year and a half. I got brought on in high school. I was a junior in high school and I just finished with sports and stuff. So I started off as a busser there. As you can see, this is my Roadhouse hat. You don't get one of these unless you're an employee. And then this is the DEEPSIDE t-shirt, the DEEPSIDE merch. But yeah, what I was saying, I worked at Texas Roadhouse for about a year and a half. I've done pretty much every position in the front of the house other than like managing and being a bartender. So I have my fair share of like things to know about working at Texas Roadhouse. So my all-time biggest advice if you're gonna be working at Texas Roadhouse is don't be a busser. Literally just don't be a busser, bro. I have a story of like, dude, there's so many times where I had to pick up throw up, I had to change the trash cans, they make you sweep the whole restaurant. Don't be a busser. Don't be that guy that everybody disrespects. Like I never got it because we would get paid like absolute nothing, right? We would get paid nothing. We work longer than everybody. Like if you're closing, you're gonna be longer there. You're gonna be there longer than most of the servers. You're gonna fucking do the bev stations and you're gonna have to wrap everything up, and then you have to wait for the manager to check you, and the manager's typically busy whenever we close. I actually got to the point where I got so frustrated with being a busser, like I just told them not to make me the closing busser, and that like affected me later on. But being the closing busser sucked because I was in high school, so I had to wake up at like 6 o'clock, and I'm getting out of Texas Roadhouse at like 11, 12, just because I'm doing these bev stations as a busser. And you get like absolutely no respect. The pay isn't worth it. Like everybody's gonna talk down on you. They're just gonna throw stuff in your bus tab without like asking you. They don't respect you. People gonna expect you to do their dishes for you without even being like, hey, can you do this for me? Nah, they're gonna set it down, and then it's your responsibility to do it. And then if you don't, you're gonna get in trouble with management. So just stay away from being a busser if you're gonna work at Texas Roadhouse. Obviously, some of you might like that, especially if you're trying to go to the back of house. Yeah, being a busser is not a bad idea if you're trying to go to like being in the kitchen. But I just never got it because we could never wear AirPods, anything like that. We couldn't even wear one and listen to music. So like you were on your feet all day and you're just carrying around these huge trays. And it's like, for what? All right, my second piece of advice is if you are trying to become a host, get on to-goes as soon as possible. Get on to-goes as soon as humanly possible if you are a host. Look, you're going to become a host. You're going to do those seating shifts. Those shifts where, hi, welcome to Texas Roadhouse. And then everybody's going to like, you're going to get people their bread, take them to their table. The DC's going to be a jerk. They're going to tell you what to do. If you walk off of the brick, at least at my store, right? There's this thing called get on brick, and you have to stand on this brick wall. It's real uncomfortable. They put the bread behind you, so you be getting like butter and shit in your hair if your head is too close to the bread. And you have to take people to their tables and offer them hand-cut steaks and stuff, and like that's cool, but you actually get paid less than the bussers. You get paid less than the bussers. They be making $4.15 an hour plus tip share. You make $3 plus tip share. My paycheck whenever I was a host, I was working every day, with the exception of like 1 or 2 days a week, and I was making like $200 a week. Hey, it was a terrible job whenever I was seating. So if you are a host, get on to-goes as soon as possible, because at least you're gonna be able to pay for stuff with that. It's not like you're gonna go out and then all the money that you made for the week is gone like in one day. Third thing is, if you are like a host at Texas Roadhouse and you actually manage to get on to goes, dude, I am so proud of you. Like, literally, this isn't even an advice thing. Like, it took me months to get on to goes, and I had to threaten to quit to get on to goes, which was like a whole nother thing, bro. Because I wanted to become a server, and I told them in my interview whenever I first started there, I was like, look, I want to be this busser. And then I moved on to hosting. But I was like, I told him in my interview I wanted to be a server when I turned 18. And then I turned 18, and they don't want to move me up. They're starting to schedule me to be a busser again. And I'm like, dude, don't make me a busser. Don't make me a busser. I'm not a busser. I'm too pretty for that. Look at these teeth. You know what I mean? So, they had telling me, we're going to put you on to goes. We're going to put you on to goes. We're going to put you on to goes for like months. They did it for like 3 months, and then I had to threaten to quit to get on to goes. Now, if you are on to goes, you just gotta make sure your orders are put together right. You gotta make sure you give good customer service. You answer the phone in time. I got a couple of stories about. Let's just say I knew somebody who used to like hang up the phone after a certain hour at night. You weren't supposed to do that, so don't do that. But I'm just saying, if somebody calling at 10:55 and we close at 11, hey, I won't snitch. But yeah, there's one little thing. I don't know if y'all do this at y'all's stores, but at my store, like, everybody used to just throw their bread trash like on the floor, like the bread baskets. They have these huge stacks of bread baskets. This is just a little quality of life thing. I don't know if you would do it or not, but this for me, because I was a busser, so like I understood like the process of moving the dishes and getting gross like butter or food on your hands. I never liked that. So I would get a bus tab from the back and I would put it in where the to-go area was. So whenever I was bagging up bread, I could just throw the baskets in there, and it was like a very like easy, nice, quick, efficient thing to do. All right, and then if you are blessed enough to just be a server, or you just moved up to being a server, you need to learn that menu as quick as humanly possible. You need to learn it because people are going to ask you questions. Even though the menu is right there in front of you, they're going to ask you questions. So you got to be prepared to do that. Also, if you are a server, just be the server that you would want whenever you go into a restaurant. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be overbearing. You ain't got to ask them like, are you okay? Like over and over and over again, bro. Like you don't have to do that. Just make sure that everybody is well taken care of. You know, you probably want drinks whenever you go out to eat. So do those people. You probably want people to get the plates out of your way. Get the plates out of their way. You know what I mean? Don't be lazy with it, because that's what's going to reflect on your tips, right? You ain't even got to be hella nice to these people. Like, most people, they're not really looking for a conversation with the server. Yeah, some are, but for the most part, man, they just want you to fill up their drinks, get them their food, let them eat, let them spend time with their family. This is probably the night they've been waiting for all week. So your whole job is just to make sure that people get in and out with no hassle. Obviously, some people are gonna come in and they're gonna try to steal food. They're gonna try to pull one over on you. Maybe you got people who trying to steal alcohol or whatever. But like, bro, you just gotta make sure people have a good time. That's what's gonna get you the most tips. Also, don't, like, as a server, right? You're gonna be pissed off sometimes because your coworkers are jerks, or like maybe one table makes you mad. You gotta understand, like, the customer doesn't care. Like, they're not gonna care about you or how you're feeling or anything like that. You just gotta make sure they got a good experience. Because at the end of the day, the only reason you're at Texas Roadhouse is because you're trying to make money. Look, I understand, like, people be going in there, they try to be managers, they try to be bartenders, you know. They try to be like, I want to stay with the company for years and years and years. Bro, that's ridiculous, bro. Why would you want to do that? Like, I was just using Texas Roadhouse as a way, because I can make $100 a day. Like, lickety split, I can make that in 4 or 5 hours at Texas Roadhouse, and that was like excellent pay. That was like, for me as a busser, making $300 a week to $200 a week to being a server, making like $100 in a day. That was like a blessing, and I was making that in high school. So you can only imagine, like, I was going out to eat like every week. Like I was feeling good. I was getting new clothes. I'm making the Deepside merch. You know what I mean? Leave a like and subscribe. You know, that's a good job for that, especially if you're in college and you want to work part-time but still make a lot of money. Hell yeah. I would definitely recommend being a server at Texas Roadhouse, because they get the best hours, everything like that. But my last piece of advice, bro, is just like, don't get too caught up in the drama with people at Texas Roadhouse. Don't be one of those restaurant workers who goes out and is just dating everybody that you work with, bro. You can't sleep where you know the saying, you know what I mean? You can't be messing around with your coworkers like that, because it's gonna just reflect. Like, I dated a girl at Texas Roadhouse whenever me and my girl broke up, and bro, I regret that, bro, because it's so awkward. And then you get all your coworkers in your business, and you don't really want that, bro. You just want to go in there and make your money and get out. And yeah, bro. You got it. I don't think Texas Roadhouse is a bad place to work, you know what I mean? You just got to stay focused, learn your menus, don't get overwhelmed. You got to stay in control, especially if you are a server. If you're a busser or a host, fuck that shit. Get a different job. Like, at the end, bro, you're not going to make any money. Don't do it. Like, just don't do it. Like, but you got it, for real. I mean, the only reason I would recommend being a busser or host is if you're using it as a stepping stone to be a server. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. If you want to hear more stories about how I worked at Texas Roadhouse, or my whole swag at Texas Roadhouse, my journey, how I get dressed for work, what kind of pants I wear, I don't know, how to remember your belt, your shoes, I could give more advice about serving, things like that. So y'all just let me know. Leave a like and subscribe. Comment down some questions that you may have. I might do a Q&A about working at Texas Roadhouse, just depending on how well this video goes. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you all. Have a blessed one.